Oh, it's Monday, it's start of a brand new week. Right at the end of the week, we have the July 4th deals, Heatwave deals going live, but let's see what's happening, what to bring you when it comes to news and information around the community. I think one of the first things that, if you didn't know, there is going to be a type of like meetup, like the Summoner Sanctum, or what was, or what is going to be a Summoners Fest. This is coming in November of this year, so you can go and check it out in the, well, there's no link in the description, but you can go and attend if you want to, but you have to go to Canada for it. But it should be a lot of fun. This was announced on Friday of last week. Next, what about Alliance Wars? As you know, the new format is coming to an end. It was only on for a limited time period, but it did throw up a few things that were kind of some issues, and we're in very early stages of surveying, you know, what was good, what was bad about it. There definitely was this issue of time and people not being able to make it, and sometimes you might need that one extra person to cover any kind of like instances. Like having every single person active didn't work all the time. I actually had a relatively good season. My season started off a bit but then got better towards the end of it. But I definitely know of people within our alliance that weren't able to completely attend their fights, and as a result, it did cost us with the alliance. Now, yes, everyone should be active, but remember the old format, that was still something that at least allowed for a backup to come in, even if they were offering things like pre-fights, or they were offering, you know, just options, or adding things like a passive parry, Odin pre-fight, you know, that stuff as well helps out, and it's teamly. Under that particular thought, Kabam are going to be putting out a survey to summoners who played in the season after it finishes, so please keep your eyes open for that, and make sure to share the feedback there, as it will be summarized by our UXR team and shared with the Alliance Wars mode owners. So make sure to do that. Get involved with what worked for it, what didn't. It may never come back, right? But Kabam are trying a new thing. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't work, it didn't work. If it's something that grew on you over time, maybe. I'm still not completely sold, but I probably would have to have this season type rolled several times. I don't know, in 2 months time it comes back, and then once maybe next year, maybe on an irregular basis, maybe once every, I don't know, 3 months, you know, one season out of 3, it's the new thing. I don't know, it's too early. You do it once and go, well, I didn't really have a chance to go what I liked about it, what I didn't, but there's definitely stuff that I didn't think worked. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Put it in the comments, or get involved with the survey when it goes out. Have you ever thought to yourself, can we get an MCOC version for older people? Yes, a seniors version of the game. I gotta be honest, you know, I'm no spring chicken myself, and I've been doing MCOC YouTubing and covering the game and playing the game for over 10 years. Yes, this summer has been my 10th anniversary of being an MCOC YouTuber, which is crazy to think that I've never missed a day. I think I've uploaded every single day, bar I think a section of time very early on. So it's been a long time. We'll be talking about like that, I think, at some stage this year. And in that time, the first place I ever recorded my first ever video, that house is actually going to be sold soon, and that again is weird. The second house I recorded content in, that's gone, that's sold that, and then this is the new house. Before I next year move into an outhouse, not to make content and pee or poop, a different kind of outhouse, like I've kind of like a built studio, but that's another story for another day. I'm in one of our bedrooms at the moment. Anyway, do people want this? I don't know. Older players have slower reaction times. But those other things are a pet peeve. I'm sure Kabam knows a good portion of their money comes from older comic book reading fans in their 40s and higher. How dare you with my comic books on my shelf and my Pokemon cards in my place here. I've even got a Pokeball which has got the Pokemon cards in. Oh my god. That yeah, I don't think we're going to get any kind of like aim assist with stuff with that. We just got to get old gracefully and enjoy the game. I'm not sure about gameplay changes just for balance reasons, but I like the bigger font idea, accessibility features. hang on a minute. Let me get my readers on, and I'll play Marvel Swap game. Oh, I've got it on mobile. Let me get my mobile. I got to put the text on large. God, no. Yeah, wait till the AI improves. I think a lot of people are going, oh, you know, blah, 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 blah. Wait till the AI improves. I'm sure people will find it better. I mean, some younger people are still finding it just like not as good when it comes to AI quality. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Now, what of this rumor about a Dormammu buff? Look, long story short, nothing's confirmed. But what is there? Teases. What should you take teases as? Not serious. Okay. So, shout out to Magrelothos. And, yep, there's some dialogue that shows something that kind of... This image right here and the build up to it. Dormammu, by the way, throughout this dialogue, which is in the quest this month, is talking the big one. He's acting like he's the big, strong guy. Right? And we all know when he came to the Battle Realm, as part of the story, the lore of it, was he was kind of like... Because he was... ISO infused or whatever piddly crap it's called, his level of power is not on Dormammu I came to bargain. It is on a level of kind of like, I don't know, Rocket, you know, trying to open up a can with a spoon. That's kind of the level of power reduction. So he's down to like a 0.05% of what the Marvel Universe should see him at. Anyway, this line right here, interaction with Nico Minoru. Fine, I beefed up to use your own terms. I am out of practice and far from the sources of my power. Are you happy now? It's just a bit of dialogue. If you see it and think that he's getting a buff, no. Should he get a buff? Yes. Will there likely be a Saga tie-in around this? I think so. And I don't think it will be this year. If anything, I'd say next year. He's definitely a champion that needs to be buffed up massively. But what are your thoughts? Take this with a grain of salt. Or do you think there's something in it in the future? Well, of course, he's going to have to be buffed. So something that, and we're on to like a bit of a spicy topic here. The RNG around Titan Crystals. If you saw my opening on Saturday, I think it's Saturday, maybe Sunday actually, Sunday's video, I got myself 3 champions. Of course, you get that from Titan Crystals. And one of those was, of course, Falcon. If you haven't seen the video, go see it. One of them was Gallon. And the other one was Scream. Now, I already have a Scream. Gallon was the one I wanted. I'm happy with that. I felt that was a W. The Falcon, fine. That helps out for... and by the way, it's Whacking Phoenix's Falcon. That's handy for things like Enchantress, because I think he's a direct counter to Enchantress, or an effective enough counter for Enchantress. So my particular question is, am I the only one who's seeing Whacking Phoenix that much? And as well, the drop rates around certain champions. RNG around Red Hulk and Whacking Phoenix seem to be very high. Somebody said, it's Chosen, 85, says, I pulled 3 times in a row, Red Hulk, so I stopped and waited for the update, and guess who's in the first Titan Crystal I opened? Yep, you guessed it. Oh, but that's not it. I pulled him again after that. That's 5 times. So discouraging to have built and saved those crystals for a champ who is not really relevant in the game anymore. If Kabam is going to put champions this caliber in the Titan, then they at least give them a tune-up before they're introducing the Titan. That's bad. That's really bad. You have to look at it from a perspective of, this is a lot of Titan Crystal shards, and is it going to make a difference to that person's roster, Chosen's roster? The answer is no. Like, it's not going to make a difference. If you're going for what was, how many did he say in total? Was it 5 in total? And you're getting one same champion. That's really, really bad. I saw as well, like somebody said, like I think it was here from 4 Titans worth. As Deacon, shout out Deacon. 4 Titans, 3 flipping green Falcons. Ouchies with that one. That's not great. Again, it's not elevating rosters. Like featured 6 stars back in the day, you do them, you open them up to elevate your roster, to take it in new directions, to cover, to get new champions. And this is bad, isn't it? I'm happy to get Joaquin Torres. Did I just say Joaquin Phoenix earlier? I may not. This new Falcon, because it's a counter to, well, to Enchantress, and I need a counter for Enchantress. One that's going to make it a bit easier, and it is. So I'm happy about that. But it's definitely something that I have seen players frustrated about. And yeah, it's like, you need to elevate your roster. You need some of these new champions. Kabam's response to this isn't particularly great. Saying there's a story in one of Danny undoing project, blah, 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 blah. He would tell the students to write a string of 100 H and T on the chalkboard for 100 coin flips that they think represent a fair coin. Then actually flip a coin 100 times and record the results below the first 100 flips. He would then leave the classroom and then come back when they were done and tell them which one is the real coin and which one is the heuristic version. The way he did it was looking for long strings of H and T. The one that students thought looked fair would also fall to the account for the fact that, oh, this is going on and on and on and on. Right. Yes, science does science. Science proves whatever science needs to, but I don't think it takes away from the time investment by a player as to what they're getting at. Well, what do the students get from all this? Did they learn something? Well, they might have done, but it's just different. It's like you're applying this to a game for character acquisition. This doesn't include character acquisition, this whole kind of like thing right here. I know it's good science justification. We all like theory, science, philosophy. We love it. Great. But it doesn't take away from the acquisition point of view. People need new champions. Champions make game easy. Kabam make difficult champions. Kabam sit on the toilet. No. They create these kind of Titan crystals, featured crystals, whatever, and you have to get the champions to then do the counter the champions Kabam have put in. But if you're offering nothing, or repetition, constant repetition, you ain't getting anything back. Now, what's the solution to that? Maybe there could be something down the line similar to the Grandmaster's Grace. Now, I did see there was a message pop up about the Grandmaster's Grace. Now, what if something applied like this to the Titan Crystal? So situations where you're picking up multiple versions of Red Hulk and one other champion, because you only need to grab the champion to potentially awaken it. But if you're getting it for 2, 3, or 4 more times, and you go, what's the point? What is the point? Either way, I don't know what the future holds with Titan crystals, but they can be very trollish. They can be very unfair. They, with some of the sub-featured within the Titan or sub-Titans, they may not be great. So I throw it over to you. What are your thoughts on the matter of how they make these Titan crystals for the point of investment acquisition to the scum? I know I said swore there, a scumbuggery of kind of opening them and not getting the right one. What are your thoughts on the matter? Okay, now it's been very interesting to track the performance of the Steam charts on Marvel Contested Champions. This is as of Friday, the 20th of June, and it's a very short space of time since the game actually kind of went live. I haven't tracked it over the weekend, and that's mainly because I'm recording this on Friday because I'm actually taking another little break. Anyway, and also I want to say take this with a grain of salt as well, because this doesn't reflect the full PC scene. Because you can go via Kabam directly, it kind of makes 0 sense to kind of go through the Steam side of things. But it's all about new players trying to find the game, and a lot of the time they may just go, okay, what's a free game? Oh, it's this. Oh, I'll download it. It doesn't account for people that have gone directly through the Kabam launcher. So, again, take this with a grain of salt. This doesn't reflect the full picture of actually people playing. But it doesn't look good right off the bat. People are very particular about what games they want to play, especially off of Steam. And I'm not saying a bit snooty, but yeah, I mean, I've got a massive Steam library of games, and I try and play as much as possible, mainly on a Saturday night. Either way, you can see the numbers ain't too good. We've got a peak, an all-time peak of 800, kind of leveling out at about here, with about 700, 710, and then of course about 650. So this is not a huge amount of players playing via Steam, but this was recorded prior to the weekend, so maybe after the weekend it could be better. We'll have to see. And that's it for the MCN for Monday. I will probably see you on Wednesday, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I may record whilst away, but I don't know if anything happens with the game during that time. It may be very quiet. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.